This is the Truth Network.
Welcome, fellow adventurers, to the Masculine Journey Joyride Podcast. This is a brand new show from the guys you know. I'm talking, of course, about the Band of Brothers. My name is Keith, and I'm the producer for Masculine Journey and Masculine Journey After Hours. In this podcast, you will hear funny stories, exchanges, and thought-provoking moments that will amuse you, make you smile, and draw you closer to Jesus Christ in your journey of life.
I want to tell you about it's not about how hard you work at the end of the day. You always want to follow your dreams and make your nightmares come to reality. And it's always at the end of the day, always give up, because it's not important to work hard on stuff.
Well, out of all the motivational speeches I've heard in my time, that certainly was one of them. Hey Joyriders, new week, new Joyride. You know, sometimes, like Waldo, motivation can be hard to find. And if you get that joke, we can be friends. But what do you do when you've lost that motivation to read your Bible? Or that drive to spend some time in the old prayer closet? Well, this week the guys discuss being a motivated Christian. But before we get to the clip, let's hear one more motivational talk.
Fred, when you first got here, you were completely freaked, right?
Yeah.
And now look at you, huh? You're a regular G.I. Joe, a fighting man from head to toe. And Chris, you wanted infantry. Well, now's your chance. Let's see what you got. And Jack, my friend, you were a complete screw-up. But now look at you. You're still a screw-up, but if you did this and you survived, you'd have stuff to tell your little screw-up grandkids.
Never mind. You know, the guys can help you out a lot better than that. Why did I choose those clips?
I mean, you look at the world, and it's like, oh, I'm going to put this rubber band on my arm, and I'm going to snap it. And that's just going to remind me, and I'm like, these little self-help tricks and tips. And it's like, man, it's just a facade, and it's like, it never lasts. And it's like, oh, what's the next trick and the next tip? And it's like, no, that's not about that. It's about a lifelong walk with God. And the more you, like you said, David, you get up and you look in the mirror and you see yourself, and like, the more I can see God in that mirror instead of me, I'm going the right way. And it's like, when you look and you don't see God, and you look at your life and you don't see God, but you want to see God, it's like, okay, I got to walk in that path. It's not a Debbie Downer. It's not about, the more you sit there and look at yourself and say, wow, man, I sinned again, or I did this same old thing, I did that, and you just kind of keeping track, it really is a detractor and can depress you. But if you're looking to Him and you're always looking to Him and always looking to Him, and you're just going to naturally be more conformed to Him and His image, because you're going to be working and looking towards Him. And that's just incredible motivation, because you start to feel it and you're like, hey, I haven't done some of those things. I'm doing more of the positive things that I want to do. Unlike, like what Paul said, when I don't do what I want, it's sin in me. And it's like, well, yeah, that's what's going to happen. But the more you surround yourself with godly men, godly people, and you walk in the Word, it's that motivation. It's like, we talk about emotions and feelings, but it's like, it's something deeper instead of just that superficial feeling and emotion.
I was going to get you guys rubber bands. There you go. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no more rubber bands.
Were they going to have our names on it, though?
Used to be strings around the finger, right?
Used to be something. So, Harold, we got a couple seconds. What about you? What do you use for motivation in your relationship with God?
Well, the love of Jesus, first of all, and wanting heaven and not wanting hell.
Pretty good motivators.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd have a little more than that, but...
I got a mint in my mouth.
Yeah, I did. I realized that after I asked you a question.
So from the guys of Masculine Journey, I'm Keith, and we'll see you down the road.
This is the Truth Network.